Okay, so I was talking today to a very interesting group of people about how we can use this model, which is provided by this man, B.J. Fogg, to help us distinguish between different kinds of change. So this is a behavior grid that Professor Fogg has developed at Stanford. And what it does is divide change, which we tend to think of as monolithic, into 5 different types. Change that is trying something that's brand new, trying something that's familiar but we haven't really done it, doing more of something that we're used to doing, less of something that we already do, or stopping something that we do. These are 5 distinct and different types of change. Then he applies different spans of time to this change. So we can do something once and never again. We can do something for a span of time, definite start and finish. Or we can do something in what he calls a path, which is from now into the future. So each one of these 15 cells in this grid represent a specific rate of change. And the strategies that we can use to promote change and to facilitate change are different for each of these cells. So there's really 3 kinds of drivers that motivate people to change. One is sensation, so pain versus pleasure. One is a sense of belonging, so affiliation versus alienation. And the third is, you can't really read this, anticipation, the hope for something positive or the fear of some kind of loss. So, with this kind of understanding, the Fogg model of behavior really helps us understand how we can motivate change. So this graphic illustrates the fact that change can happen when ability, this is ability growing here, and motivation. If there's lots of ability and lots of motivation, change can happen quite easily. As we break down into this corner, where there's 0 motivation and 0 ability, change can't happen here at all, regardless of the trigger or whatever. So it's quite simple to understand that if you have 0 ability, it doesn't matter how much motivation you apply to a situation, you're not going to change the way that somebody does or doesn't do something. Similarly, if there's no motivation to change, you could be the most competent or capable person on the planet, but you're not going to change anything. So it's always this combination of motivation and ability. So what happens is we need some trigger to trigger this change. So we had a discussion about how this maps onto other models. One model of change seems to map quite reasonably on this. It's the ADPAR model. You can learn more about B.J. Fogg and his behavior grid at behaviorgrid.org. And thanks very much.